Episode 18, part 2 of the Three Quarters podcast. By the way, the Three Quarters podcast is Kenya's premier video podcast, sports video podcast, I must add. Today we're shooting from the loft in Kilimani, and as you can see, the Three Quarters podcast is always about trying new things. So today we are doing a night shoot. We're getting a hang of this camera thing to see where it can end up. We always ask you guys about we always tell you guys about the Road to Japan hashtag. The Three Quarters podcast created the Road to Japan hashtag to get guys and to get numbers to support the Kenya 15s as they start their World Cup qualifiers. Of course, they start with a test versus Germany in Kenya on May 27th. They then play Uganda, Senegal and Tunisia in Kenya. Then they go to Bulawayo to play Zimbabwe. And of course, they finish off with Namibia in Windhoek. This is Ngashi Official Noisemaker.
Jerry Goose, Kenyana.
And we also want to add that for the rugby community and everyone at large, sports fans at large, they know that Easter always presents the Great Rift 10-a-side tournament in Nakuru.
Las
Vegas. It's as a result of this that the Three Quarters podcast crew has teamed up with Moran Sports to come up with a couple of packages just to make it easier for you guys to travel down to Nakuru and to support this game that we love so much, that is rugby. We'll be getting back to you guys with a couple of with the information with regarding to the packages. So keep it live and keep it locked, and information will be coming to you guys thick and fast. Badman of the week. I'll throw it off to you, guys. And Goose, sorry. I haven't called him as an English name, but I'll throw it over to you, Goose. Yeah. Tell us, what was your Badman of the week?
Badman of the week. Hey, once again, one man Humphrey Kayange, aka known as Tall. Some guys call him the old man. Yeah. We don't think he appreciates that too much. Yeah, this guy was quite, I'd like to say he was quite all over the game. Yeah. When it came to lineouts, yes. Well, this guy's been perfect. Considering he was a line player, a guy of the backs, yes. Him moving to the forwards and playing at second, his lineouts were really back row. Yes. Yeah. A loose forward, not that's it. Yeah. I think it's because I'm used to the second rows being hoisted. Yeah. He was quite excellent with the lineouts. When it came to breakdowns, this guy could see his experience and his rugby mind as well. Yeah. He used his feet quite well. And then to top it all, the intercept try. Wow, that was a sight to behold. Yes. It was quite a moment of the game, I think. Yeah. That, and also, I'd like to mention Lavin, his drop goal. Yes. That was quite.
Yes, and actually the fact that Lavin had he was able to realize what was happening in the game and quickly adjust to that fact.
Changed it kabisa. Yeah. Because you could see now Mamba's, let's say the game plan changed. Yes. Having noted the few elements have changed the Queen's lineup. Yes. Yeah. So Lavin was quite good, but my mind goes to Tall.
It goes to Tall.
Yeah.
I'd also like to mention, I think, not the bad man of the week, of course, that's your call. But I also felt that Wilson Kopondo is coming back into the game. He's ball carrying. He scored a try.
His pig is lying about his age. This guy must be in his 20s.
His breakaway run that resulted in Okwomi's try. So, but I do agree with you, Humphrey Kayange, otherwise known as Tall, for bad man of the week.
Yeah, it's sad that they did get a win.
That's true. Yeah. Takes us to our next point, where we try to break down the game of rugby to the fans, whether it's the lingo, whether it's the rules, whether just everything about rugby. So it takes us to a segment of Rugby 101. And today we're going to be talking about set pieces. We've realized that on our interviews with the captains, they talk about set pieces. We don't know if you guys understand what set pieces are, so therefore we decided to demystify that. So basically a set piece is just a situation when the ball is returned to open play following stoppage. Following a stoppage. It's normally caused by, stoppage might have been caused by an infringement. It might have been caused by the ball going out of play. Set piece is also a term, it's commonly used in the British sports, by the way, because it's also used in football. So having said that, in rugby, the common set pieces is the scrum and the line out. Yeah, so that's set piece for you. And that's our Rugby 101 section.
This is not cutlery.
I think it's cutlery.
Cutlery.
It's also good to note that maybe these are some of the perks that come with SportPesa coming on board and being the headline sponsor for the Kenya Rugby Union. They unveiled a new kit on Friday for all the teams, including the women's team. 31st of March, actually, 2017. I'm not saying you're a designer, but what are your thoughts about the kit?
It looks nice. Yeah. It really looks nice. I like the watermark kind of lion thing that is on both the green and the red home and away jerseys. It looks quite good. And then the headline sponsors as well. SportPesa and the Lion Rugby.
Simba ni Moja, yeah. So you do agree that they've been able to capture and encompass all these things about Kenya Rugby in the
moment you see, you can tell this is Kenya. If at all you know Kenyan flags and our colors. The red, black, green.
That's true. Nakuru Tens, man. We've had some good times down in the Suguta Valley over the years.
The
Nax Vegas. Nakuru Tens will be happening 14th, 15th, and 16th of April 2017. That's the Easter weekend. It's always a good outing for rugby fans and generally
just some good time.
It's a good social gathering. As we said in the beginning of this shoot and as we've been saying, the Three Quarters podcast would like you guys to support local sports. The Nakuru Tens is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, competition that happens over the Easter period. It's going to be happening in Nakuru, hosted by the Nakuru Athletic Club.
It's also the biggest event outside Nairobi.
I think so. Yeah, outside Nairobi, yes.
Outside Nairobi,
it's the biggest event. So the Three Quarters podcast has, in conjunction with Moran Sports, is coming up with a couple of packages to make it easier to ferry fans to Nakuru to participate in the Great Drift 10 aside, as well as the Pitch B night event.
Pitch B. There's the guys who train for that.
The guys who train for Pitch B. We would mention. Sevens, Mazi. Let me read the squad real fast. It was released on Friday, 31st of March 2017. We have William Barker, we have Samuel Liech, we have Eden Aguero, Augustine Lugonzo, we have Bush Mwale, we have Frank Wanyama, otherwise called Animals, we have Dennis Ombachi being recalled to the squad, we have the skipper Andrew Amonde, we have Derek Maya earning his call up to the 7th squad, we have Brian Tanga being recalled, we have Nelson Oyo, Collins Injera, and Dan Sikuta. They have been pooled with South Africa, France, and Canada. What are your thoughts, number one, about the squad? Number two, about chances?
The squad looks strong, I believe. With the young guy Derek Mayar earning his debut. He played for sevens, but Africa sevens and Southland sevens down in Namibia last year. But I think we're bringing in Ombachi. Ombachi is coming back for the first time this season. I think the squad is quite strong. The usual, like Nakolo are still there, Sikuta, Wanyama, Animals, Ediman, Aguero.
Yes, Andrew Amonde, Aguero, William Barker, all those guys are there.
I think it's a strong squad.
It's a strong squad. It's a good fusion of some of the experienced guys and some young blood. The Brian Tangas, Derek Maya, as you're saying, Dennis Ombachi coming back into the fold.
It's quite good as well that you mentioned that it's a good mixture of experience and youth. It's in a way you're building for a future. These guys now get to learn from this experience, guys, pole, and then they'll become now the experienced players when the other young guys come in.
So where are you calling? Where do you think they're going to end up?
We have a nice pool, I think. We have a nice pool. We can easily beat Canada and France. South Africa, we've beat them before. I think we can try and look for a draw, even a win, to get to the main cup quarters. Then get a favorable draw, then can get to the semis.
At that time, you know how it's going to pan out.
Yeah, and then this is the same squad that will also be for Singapore, and we are defending Singapore.
The defending Singapore champions, of course. That's going to be happening the week after that. From the Three Quarters podcast,
I think just before, I think we should mention as well, the Lionesses are traveling as well.
They already traveled, actually. Yes.
They did. Yeah, they'll be playing in Hong Kong as well.
They're going to be playing in Hong Kong. The Hong Kong, the Hong Kong Sevens, Cathay Pacific Sevens has been happening for a minute. It's one of like the premier Sevens tournament because there's also cash involved. So, but anyway, from the Three Quarters podcast crew, all you can do is wish them well. That is the Kenya Lionesses squad, and of course, Kenya Shujaa team as they take on these countries in Hong Kong and Singapore. Super Rugby results, quick fast. Highlanders beat the Rebels 51-12. The Blues playing in Auckland beat Western Force 24-15. We had the Chiefs beat the Blue Bulls 28-12. We had the Reds lose heavily to the Hurricanes 15-34. We have the Stormers walloping the Cheetahs 53-10. We have the Lions edging out the Sharks 34-29. And we have the Waratahs losing heavily to the Crusaders 22-41. As we've always told you, the Three Quarters podcast now has a fantasy league going on, a Super Rugby fantasy league going on. The code and the URL should be running at the bottom of the screen right now. Make a point of joining, and let's see if actually, because guys have a lot of kelele, let's see if we actually are brilliant minds in this thing. We always ask you guys to support us by liking our Facebook page, by following us on YouTube, or rather following us on Instagram, and subscribing to our YouTube channel. This is Ngashi Official Noisemaker.
Jerry Goose, Kenyana.
Stay tuned for episode 18, part 3.